Alright, everybody, little Maté for you. My last day in Escamaica. I love this place, and I've been so fortunate, so grateful to wake up every morning, look out and go, this is all mine. And that can be a thought that can be really greedy. And that's something that I want to talk about today, is the concept of greed and flipping it on its head and finding the benefit from it. And I really do feel that if you can find the benefit from it, you can flip greed on its head and find gratitude in that. And just for a moment, I also want to say that, sometimes I feel we need to take more greed in for our own lives and our own ownership and taking control of that, and being greedy by saying that, hey, I need some time for myself, or I need some time for my own creative projects, and I don't want to live for other people, and not being guilty with that. And I think there's a lot of power and uplift in that. So taking that on its bit. But again, coming back to all of this, I have everything. This is all mine. What a powerful thought. And that is that thought you can have when you feel connected with everything, and not be guilty of being greedy with that. But flipping that around and saying, hey, you know what? If this is all mine, all these plants and trees, this air that I breathe, this is all mine, this one big gift, how can I flip that back in return and have the planet look at me and my body and myself and say, hey, this is all mine? Because we are all connected, we are all one from the same quantum field, all these things, that it is one big cycle. So how can I be greedy with being one with everything, and how can I be greedy for the planet as well? How can I make sure that I'm fueling my own self, being greedy with what I eat, and making sure that I'm giving myself the nutrients that I'm eating in return, being greedy with gratitude of giving back to, hey, how can I make sure that I'm leaving this planet a better place than when I left it? How can I, dance for the trees that have these roots? How can I sing for the birds that are around here, and give back and be greedy for the planet needs as well? Interesting thing about greed is that it's insatiable, I guess. So that's the one downside. That's not a healthy thing for something to never really have an end sight. But there's some interesting elements as well for sometimes these journeys of searching nirvana through meditation, and how that's never really fully satiable. It's the journey to get there and using that breath. So it's interesting to find these ways of how can we be satiable with our greed, if we're still using that term, and how can I live this life? Because if I do see everything, that everything is a gift, I'm greedy, everything is mine and everything is a gift, if you have this abundance, then you share that. That's naturally what happens when you have this. When you see everything as a gift, you want to share it. And I feel like that's the way we can flip greed into gratitude, by seeing it as everything and then sharing that. So these are some thoughts that I've been thinking about, and hopefully you enjoy them as well. So cheers, and so much gratitude for this beautiful land of Nicaragua, calling it home the last few months.